Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, and back to the World Puzzle Federation, and the bit where I really struggle. This is the hardest classic Sudoku in the 2015 Round 5 set from Serbia. This is another puzzle that was set by Nikola Zivanovic, and this is a 55-point puzzle. So the fastest solvers in the world would be trying to solve this in between 5 and 6 minutes, and in order to be competitive, people would be trying to solve this in about 10 minutes or less. I'm going to take a lot longer than that, although I have been given a couple of places I should probably look when I get stuck. So I've been given some hints. So we'll see how we go with this one. It is still possible that if they may not be enough and I may need to stop this recording and actually practice this puzzle to be able to present it. We'll see if that happens. So, yeah, 55-point puzzle, 55-point classic specifically. I just don't get the telegraphing on classics, but maybe as I work through these, I will get better. We will see. So what are the rules? Normal Sudoku rules. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so I'm seeing some pointing 2s into box 1. So 2 goes into one of those two. We've still got this same trick with C and 5, so classic 5. So 7 has to go into one of those two, so 7 has to go into one of those two. 9 similarly is in one of those two. 4 has to be in one of those, so 4 is in one of those 3. I don't like pencil marking that. I may get to it, but I don't like doing it yet. 8 can't be in any of those. So 8 is in one of those. Is it this? This column seems quite full. Where is 2? These are 1, 2, 6, and 8. So these are just, these are a 1, 8 pair because I need to put 1, 2, 6, and 8 in here, and I can't put 2 or 6. So these are 2 and 6. Hasn't helped me as much as I might like, but it's given me this triple. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I don't have 4, 5, or 7, and there's no 7 there. So 7 is in one of those two, which means 7 is in one of those two, but this 7 is looking up saying not there, and that's a 7. I found something. Four is not in any of those. 8 is in one of those two. Sorry, 4 is in one of those two. Why didn't I pencil mark that? Which puts 4 up here. Six is in one of those, which puts 6 in one of those two. 6. Have we got any naked singles going on? I don't know. Maybe, probably. 5 in this row has got 2 spots. These are 1, 2, 5, and 6. That can't be, and this sees 2, 5, and 6. This cell here, I'm going to slow right down to explain it, is what we call a naked single. It sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That digit there has to be a 1. It's not a hidden single, it's a naked single. But now I'm going to mark this triple. 1, 2, 5, and 6 go into those, and there's no 6 there. There's no 2 or 5 there. That's a 6, which means this isn't a 6. This is a 2, 5 pair. These can't be 5 because of the 5's looking up. So this is 4, 7, and 5. I missed that for too long. And the 6 here makes this the 2, which makes this the 6, making some good progress. I don't know where the sting is yet. It'll come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 4, and 8. There's no 4 there. So 4 is in one of those two. What's this triple? 5, 6, and 8. There's no 5 there. There's no 6 there. 2 is only in those two spots. Oh, this is a 5-9 pair. No, it's not. 5 has got 3 spots. No, it doesn't. Five in row 3 can only go in one of those two spots, and 5 in row 7 can only go in one of those two spots. So that can't be a 5. So where can 5 now go? If this was a 5, neither of these could be a 5, and that would mean both of those would need to be a 5 to put 5s in the rows, and that would break column 9. So where can 5 go? It can't be here now because this is what's called an X-wing. It can't be in those, and that 5 says not there. So 5 is in one of those two. Nine is not in any of those, so 9 is in one of those two. Nine can't be in any of those or there. 9 is there, which actually means that's not 9 and that's 9. The trick that I was shown is available on the grid now, I believe. So people who want to actually see if they can spot the trick, now is the time to pause and look for it. I'm not going to jump straight to it yet. I want to find what I can before I jump to it. So this column is missing 3 digits. I need to put a 3 in one of these. These are 1, 3, and 8. And there's no 8 there. So I haven't in this box put 2. So 2 is in one of those two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 2, 7 pair. So this is 1, 3, or 8. And it can't be 3. Hang on. Yeah, so this is 1, 4, 8, and the 4 is down here. Right, that works. So this row maybe? I do need to put a 3 in that row. They're 1, 3, 4, 8. So this is only 1, 3, or 4. That's 1, 3, or 8, and that could be any of them. 7 is in one of those two by Sudoku. Can I do more with 9s? 9, this is a 2-9 pair because of 9s and 2s looking across and 9 and 2 looking up. That's a 2-9 pair. So this, it's a septuple. I'm not a fan of septuples, but that might make, no, that's not going to restrict that any further because it's the same 2 digits that were already in that column. But it might restrict one of these digits. I need to put a 1 in one of those two now. Yeah, because 1 can't go in any of those and the other digits are full. And the 2-9 pair has prevented me putting 1. So this is 8 and this is 1. So this is now a quadruple. 1, 3, 4, 5. So this is 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 4 because it can't be 1 or 5. It's 1, 3, 5, and that's any of them. Okay. Four can't be in any of those or those. So 4 is in one of those, which means 4 is in one of those and 4 is in one of those. That's not a great revelation. I think it's time for me to look at the trick that I was shown, because I know where to look, so I kind of can't unsee it. So BremSter not claiming credit on this. Yeah, so if you want to pause the video and see if you can make any more progress on your own, I'm perfectly this would be the time to do it. But I kind of can't unsee it at this point. So let's have a look. So the thing I was shown was 2s, 5s, or the thing I was told is 2s, 5s, and 9s in box 7, because we've got the fact that 5 is in 2 places, 2 is in 2 places, and 9 is in 2 places. And that kind of interacts with some of the stuff that's going on with the 5 X-Wing and the 2-9 pair. So I need to try and understand how that works. So if this is a 5, that's a 2, that's a 9, that's a 5, that's a 5. That's a 2. That seems okay. 2 would make that 9, 5. So 2, if this is a 2, no. This cell is the one that matters, I think, because if this is a 9, this becomes a 2. But if this is a 9, it's taken the place of a 5, and that becomes a 5. So if this is a 9, that's a 5. But if that's a 9, that's a 2, and that can't be a 2. So this becomes a 5, and that can't be a 2, and then there's nowhere for 2 in this box. That can't be a 9, and that's a 9. That being a 9 makes that a 2 and that a 9. The 2 looks down now, making that the 5, which resolves the 5 X-Wing. That becomes the 2. The 5 makes that the 8, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 5. And the 5 X-Wing has now been resolved. The 5 says that's not the 5, but I just took the place of the 2, and that's the 2. This is a triple, 3, 7, 8, and there's no 7 there. Now, I am being perfectly clear here. I was shown where to look, or I was told where to look when I got stuck. And I couldn't unsee that. So anyone who says, BremSter cheated. Yes. BremSter needed help. Yes. Okay. Now, 5 and 5 look up, making this a 5. So this is the 1 by pencil marks, and this becomes a 3, 4. The 5 looks across saying this isn't the 5. The only place I've got left for an 8 is there, once I place this 5. These are 3, 4, and 6, and there's no 6 there. This has to be the 6. The 3, 4 is looking down, taking 3 out of those. That's a 7, 8. That becomes the 3. This is a triple now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. There's no 4 at the top or 7 in the middle, and I can get rid of the corner marks, but that means this isn't a 3, so we end up with a 1, 8 pair, and there's no 1 there. So this is a triple. 1, 6, 8. There's no 6 there. There's no 6 or 8 there. That's the 1. That's the 8. That's the 6. The 8 makes that the 1, which makes that the 3 and that the 8. I may have seen that without the hint, but having had the hint, it was hard. I couldn't not see it while solving. And okay. I'm not going to hide the fact that I've been given that hint in advance. So where do I want to look now? Because after that, I'm now flying blind. So if there's another trick in the puzzle, I've no idea where it's going to be. The 8 looking down, making that a 1. That was a trick I may have missed for hours, knowing my history. Okay. So it's quite restricted, but so the 3 is looking out saying that's not a 3. So it's 2, 4, and 7, and I can't put a 2 here. So this is a 4, 7, giving me a 4, 7 pair in the row. So this is the 2, this is the 7, looking across, making this the 3, this the 4, this the 7, which jumps across, making that the 4, which makes this the 3. Cool. Not done too much yet, but this is a triple, 1, 2, and 5, and there's a 2 and a 5 in the column, so that's the 1. I can take 1 out of those. The 2 and the 5 is resolved by that 2. So that's the 5, that's the 2. And now I can start looking at pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 7. And the 6 is looking across, making that the 7 and that the 6. The 7 looks back, making that the 8 and that the 7. The 8 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 8. So it's got to be these now. The 1 is in one of those two, but that one looking down makes that the 1. I'm just going to mark the triple. 3, 4, 5. Now, there's already a 3 in row 8, so none of those are 3, and that becomes the 3. The 3 looks up, making that the 4 and that the 3. Let's jump across first, making that the 3 and that the 4, and then use the 4 to look down, making that the 5 and that the 4. So that was a very fast time, except for the fact that I was told where to look. So I'm going to double my time and call that 30 minutes because I was told where to look. And I've no idea how long it would have taken me to spot that if I hadn't been told. Check the pencil marks for, I think it was 2, 5, and 9. When I had the pencil marks, it was reminding me which digits, but it was like overlapping pencil marks in box 7. Very important. Yeah, no, that was actually kind of cool. And the trick in that one I thought was quite fair. I quite liked that one. Yeah, that was a good classic Sudoku. If this is the I'm hoping this is the quality of classic that continues. I thought the classic Sudoku last month, classic Sudoku 5, which had, I think it was a skyscraper, 2 finned X-wings and stuff. That one was just like, oh, really? And I felt that one was really designed for not looking for a solution, but getting to a point, picking a digit and then continuing. I haven't felt that with any of these. So very, very happy. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, and starting tomorrow, we move on to the variants, and that's always a lot of fun for me. Thanks for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.